half an hour.
Half an hour. Okay.
Because at 1:30, people start to eat.
Okay.
Here.
All right. So we've got 20 minutes then to get this done. All right. We should be fine.
Yeah.
We should be fine. All right. Okay. Well, thanks. Welcome, listeners, to a very special episode. Where I am sitting in the famous Corvus Belli kitchen, interviewing Koni, otherwise known as Carlos Morales.
Carlos Morales.
Thanks so much, Carlos, for
thank you,
for coming on and agreeing to talk to me today. And we just had a little bit of a chat and a little bit of a tour of the Corvus Belli studios earlier on, and I was really excited to go around, and it's like a kid in a candy shop. Seeing all the exciting things around the CB headquarters, which is in the beautiful. Would you call this Cangas or Vigo?
No, that is not Cangas nor Vigo. This is Bueu. Bueu, it's another town in the region. Originally, the company was based in Cangas, but the place where we were based became so small. So we need to go to a bigger place, and now that bigger place is becoming so small for us.
I thought so too. Yeah, we were walking around, and the warehouse is small, but you guys do incredible work, fitting everything in, which is great. But we only have a very short period of time to get these questions in before the kitchen is used for its intended purpose, which is a kitchen, not an interview studio or another studio. So we'll get launched straight into some questions. So we asked our Patreons on Discord to give us some questions to Koni, and we'll get into them very, very soon. But we did just want to get to know Koni a little bit more before we get into the juicy CB questions. Okay. So first of all, Koni, where did you grow up in Spain?
I grew up in Barcelona. I was born in Barcelona. That's in the other side of the country. And I lived for so many years over there, but because of the work of my father, because he was into telephones, communication stuff, and that kind of work, we moved to Balearic Island. Maybe listeners know Mallorca, Ibiza, that island. I was living in Menorca, one of the smallest islands over there, for so many years, and then back to Barcelona, and the rest of my life, the last 12 years, I'm living here in Galicia.
Oh, Galicia. And what favorite things or memories do you have of growing up in Barcelona and in
Menorca?
Yeah.
Something that nowadays I saw it a bit difficult to accomplish, that is playing at the streets without fearing for anything.
Oh, yeah.
So playing freely, no matter what happened, no having fear of being kidnapped or cheated or whatever thing.
The good old days.
Because I have 2 kids, and one of my preoccupations is I don't want my kids going to play on the street, because people nowadays is so violent, or it's not. I don't feel it like a safe place.
Well, I mean, I'm going to Barcelona.
At least in Spain.
Yeah, my partner and I are off to Barcelona tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it. But everyone we say we're going to Barcelona is like, be careful.
Yeah.
The
good memories I have is playing in the streets with the friends, and in Menorca, going with a boat, because my parents had a boat in Menorca. So every weekend we went around the island with the boat, so it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's so cool, and it's around Spain is so beautiful. Been traveling around for a few months now, and it's so lovely being in Europe with the nice weather and beautiful beaches and the food. Cliffs and the food. Oh, don't get me started on the food. I love seafood, and it's just so good to be up in Spain where I can eat as much oysters as I can fit in my mouth. How long have you been working for CB, and what did you do before joining CB?
11 years.
11 years, right.
In May, it's 11 years since I joined Corvus Belli, and before I was working in IT, in a company IT, for supporting in English is pharmacies.
Pharmacies.
So
pharmaceuticals.
with the software of the pharmacies, they use to have the stock and the robots that controls all the.
Yeah.
You know that kind of machines that you make an order in the
like a production line type thing.
No, simply I want ibuprofen, and the machine takes it from the stock and it appears.
Vending machines. So
that kind of IT support.
Oh, okay, I see. Right. And now you've been working at CB. What do you most enjoy about working for Corvus Belli? This is also going out live, so you have to.
It is so cool because, as you can see, we are almost like a family. So working like a family. I worked in so many works before, and it was the usual work. The boss, another boss, another
corporate,
boss. So many corporate, so many strains, and you cannot do what you want, and you cannot freely express yourself. Here in Corvus Belli is more like a family. So everyone is involved. We usually ask for everyone's opinion if needed. And if we go outside of the office, we go to play games, to have a beer. So that kind of sense of family is pretty cool, and it's the thing I love the most, totally. And also working on what's the thing, talking on working, and especially in the treating with the community. For me, it's super cool. It's super cool having you right now here visiting us, or going to Interplanetarium and receiving a lot of people that is happy to play the games we made. This is something cool because you are creating something and you receive people saying that they love what you do, and this has no price. In my opinion, this have no price.
It's amazing. Yeah, I definitely got that opinion, that feeling when I came in, and everyone's. I mean, maybe in part it is because the offices are quite small, but everyone is close together and communicating, and it does feel like a family. So that's great. I think everyone would love to be working in an environment like you have here.
That's so cool.
So I guess on that, did you play war games before you joined Corvus Belli?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even board games.
Right.
No, nothing.
That's amazing. Yeah,
my passion is video games.
Okay, yeah.
So I am a video game player since I was born almost. So I received for a birthday present a Nintendo in the 80s, I fell in love. So I'm more into video games. Even I had a podcast of video games when I was in Barcelona before.
Oh, really?
Being
a
here.
podcast of video game podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should send us the link. We'll find it. We'll look it up. Is it still going?
No.
It's going, okay.
Unfortunately not. But it was very popular in Spain, so I have so proud of it.
Right.
No, but right now wargaming is not something of my taste. I play Infinity, not the usual times I would like, because having kids is so difficult sometimes to get time, even for playing a board game filler. But wargaming and the hobby part of the wargaming is not of my taste at all.
Okay.
At all. I appreciate it. I can learn Infinity. I learn Infinity. I can play it. Obviously not at like the super players of the ITS, because they are over the top. I'm not close to them. I'm absolutely not. But I love more the board games. Play board games. Play some dungeon crawlers or fillers or.
You play Aristea?
Aristea, I play it a lot. Aristea.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Now not
competitively, or
even competitively.
Excellent. Yeah.
Here in Galicia, even I was in a tournament in Madrid. So.
Oh, okay, right.
Aristea hit me hard because it's like a video game more than Infinity. So it fits for me, comfortable to play. In Infinity, I can appreciate the deep of the game, the situations, the movie feel. But wow, so many things happening at the same time. Okay, I need to remember that profile, your profile. Okay, for someone that is not into wargaming, could be difficult to get it. But if we make we play a game together, I can play it, so I have no problem.
Oh, good.
And I can appreciate it.
If we had more time, I'd challenge you to game Aristea,
totally.
because I haven't played it in a little while. I guess before the pandemic in Australia or in Melbourne specifically, we were getting more into Aristea, and then it kind of, obviously the pandemic closed everything down, and now we feel like we're only just getting back into playing Infinity, and we're talking more about bringing Aristea back as a full-time competitive kind of thing. So hopefully that'll take off again soon.
But even not being a super war gamer, how to say that? Sorry for my English listeners. I'm into the game. I know everything what happened around the game. I'm always knowing what the people say, what are the problems of the game, what are the rule questions. I know about that. I know about the profiles. I know what this profile could be better, could be not, could be needs a tweak, everything of that, because it's my work. In the end, it's my work, so I need to know what is happening.
Yeah.
The other side is, okay, I'm good playing in it or not? Unfortunately not. I'm not a pro player.
Actually, on that, so your role in Corvus Belli is marketing.
It's marketing,
yeah. So
one of the roles. Because, I started in Corvus Belli in packaging.
Okay.
Simply packaging blisters and boxes.
Right.
No, I lied. Even before of that, I was working at CB cleaning.
Wow.
Cleaning the floor and everything.
Got in on the bottom rung.
Yeah. So I went from the super bottom of the company, and later I was in the production process with the molds and the casting, and then I was into talking with the stores and distributors.
Okay.
And then I'm finally based and established in the marketing team.
Right. And so when did you become into the marketing team?
It was 7 years before, more or less. Apart from being the guy to fix a computer, that the printer is not working, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Totally.
Oh, that's great. Right, well, seeing as we're time constraint, I think we will move on. Unless there's any of those questions that I sent you that you would specifically want to ask you, I would love to have actually asked you, where have you had a break since a vacation since in between the pandemic and now? Have you had time to take any time off?
To travel?
To travel, yeah. No,
unfortunately no. The only travels we made was for Barcelona to visit my family over there.
Yeah. So is all of your family there? Your wife and kids, are they here? Or are they in
Barcelona? My wife is from here.
Yeah. Your wife is from here?
Yeah.
Oh, did you meet her?
I moved here for her.
Oh, right. Oh, that's cute. Okay.
Yeah.
And then your kids are here as well. Yeah, right. Yeah. And the rest of your extended family.
My family is from Barcelona.
Barcelona. Okay. Right.
So the last travel I made was in 2018. That was my honeymoon to Japan.
To Japan? Oh, wow. Where did you go in Japan?
In Tokyo and Osaka.
Brilliant. Yeah, and was that during the summer months?
No, it was in May.
In May.
In the Golden Week of Japan, and just the day where the previous emperor was he finished his reign. And the new emperor arrived.
I love Japan. You got plans to go back there?
It's a pretty cool place to visit.
Yes.
Not for living.
No. I've had some friends.
I have family that is living over there, and they call it a nightmare. And they finally returned to Spain.
I guess the busy small houses. It's a busy place.
Difficult for the foreigners to get a job, to get permission.
I've heard that as
well.
That
kind of bureaucratic stuff
to fit in. Yeah. And where's next on your list of places to visit? If you can get some time off.
My wife has the dream to visit New Zealand and Australia.
That sounds
perfect. That's his dream. My dream is to visit Greece. I would love to visit Greece. Also New Zealand, because I guess it's a beautiful country, at least for photos.
New Zealand is beautiful. Yeah.
USA, for knowing the country, because all my teammates are going to Gen Con, to Adepticon so often, and they go, you will need to visit sometime. Okay. In the end, are countries that are outside Europe, because Europe, I visit Germany, I visit Belgium, France, Italy, No, UK. No, I'm missing UK. We need to visit UK, but I need to go the longest travel possible.
Yeah,
I don't care about the planes. And I
perfect.
Well,
Australia, New Zealand sounds perfect then. Yeah. We'll I'll pick you up from Melbourne Airport, and I'll show you and your wife and your kids around anytime.
Cool.
Okay, right. Well, we have a few questions to get into from our Patreon, so we'll get stuck into them now.
Okay.
So we have one here from Headchime, and he asks, "What are the upsides and downsides of being based in Vigo? Do you ever wish you were in a larger city? Example for distribution."
Upsides, as you can see, it's a very quiet place, quite quiet place. It's pretty relaxed. There are not the stress of a big city. Downsides, communications here are pretty...
Like internet or...
No. Internet connection was a very big problem at the beginning of being here at this industrial area, because there was no internet.
Right, wow, okay.
So we need to work with 4G cards.
Oh.
Imagine.
Yes, I can, yeah.
Right now we have fiber to the house. Fiber connection.
Fiber, yes.
Fiber, yeah. So we are safe in that spot. No, I'm talking more about communication of transports. You mean
right,
we don't have big outer routes. We don't have good train communications, good ship communications. Vigo's airport is super small. We don't have the infrastructure that a big city have. So maybe that could be the downside, but we love to be in that place.
Yeah. Do you reckon you will always be here in I guess Vigo?
I guess we will remain here. Yes.
Yeah. This is the home. This is your home, and
totally.
You can get a larger place, but hopefully
a larger place, but here, because all the workers from Corvus Belli are from the area.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's better for them to have the work near house.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. We have another question from Bob Fletcher, who you may know. He asks,
Hello, Bob.
What are your thoughts on the phenomenon of patches in Infinity, and can you tell us how patches came to be in Infinity?
I'm amazed because I have the sense that the US players are in love with patches, especially the US.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't have the feeling that the rest of the world are so into the patches like the US. Even in Spain, for example, they are not into patches.
No, right.
They you can find obviously someone that loves it, but they don't have the love for them to make it. Okay, we make it a tournament and we create a patch, or we make a community and we have a patch. No, this is something from the US, and I love it. So maybe I'm a US people because I love the patches, and especially I love the patches from the community. You can see my wall is full only of community patches, because I give them the importance they deserve, because it means that the community loves so much our work, even to make patches about it. So for me, it's super spectacular. And how the patches came to be in Infinity, I guess this is how we start. No? I'm interpreting it correctly.
Yeah, I had the start. Yeah.
When I joined the company, they have like a prize for the end of the season or something like that, and only 4 or 5 patches. And I said, hey, this is pretty cool. Why do not make for selling them? Because people will love them. I'm pretty sure. No, why we don't know. No. Let's make it. Let's prove, and we can see if it is work or not. And it is obvious that it works. Yeah. At least for a while. But later, unfortunately, due to certain restrictions of legal questions, we cannot sell in patches for whatever reason. I cannot explain, because it's more legal stuff, we cannot continue selling that kind of merchandising.
Right. Okay. Because it's not from.
It's not from our main purpose of the company.
Okay.
So, it is complicated, so we decide to. Unfortunately, we have to cut.
So you can get them in. Obviously, will be still in ITS backpacks.
Because we know that the people wants them. At least a big part of the community wants them. So, what is the way to provide patches, even not being able to sell into packs?
Into packs.
It is the best way.
Perfect. What's your favorite patch? Or favorite patches? And this can be official.
That question is it's a trap. It's a trap because obviously some community patches are cooler than others, but I love all of them. Yeah, I cannot say no. I love more the patch of no. I will not say that.
Okay. Very
and in
diplomatic.
Infinity, the Nomads. The Nomads logos, I love them so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I think they are pretty cool designed.
Yeah, they are. And actually, some of them are small, some of them are large. Is there patches in future, will they be of certain size? Because we noticed that sometimes they are the big patch.
No, that was because of the manufacturer that one of the batches of patches, they made it bigger than usual because they mix it for whatever reason.
That wasn't deliberate.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And you've already answered a bit about the individual patches.
Patches, not in our store, but we are thinking about making for conventions.
Oh, okay.
If we can be, if it's possible for us for making for conventions, we are planning to do it.
Okay.
To arrive at Gen Con, Adepticon, Spiel, and having a pack of patches, special, whatever.
Yeah. Special Gen Con patches or just patches that you bring
special, not available in tournament packs. There are so many people asking for. I missed the patch of the Tikbalang, or the patch of Scott Ward or whatever. So maybe create a product that is what are the most wanted patches from the people. Okay, let's make a pack.
Let's do a pool of that.
That's our plan. Let's see if we can make it.
Okay. The next question we have here is from Alex Arcenti, otherwise known as Critposting Admin, and he asks, in terms of releases for Adepticon and Gen Con, what goes into choosing a faction that gets an action pack or not, and what can you tell us about the next action pack, if anything?
Basically, it depends on more or less three points. Obviously, if a sectorial needs a resculpt, or taking back one of the discontinued ones, for example, Steel Phalanx.
Yeah.
They needed obviously a resculpt of the line because they are so dated.
Yeah.
So that's one of the decisions. Another one, okay, sales. What do the company needs to sell? Obviously, products. So, okay, which one of what we have to resculpt could be a bestseller, or what do we think that we will design so cool to sell the product? Okay, that one. And obviously, if the sectorial or the army or the vanilla army needs a boost in profiles or change the rules or new profiles, or that it's a mix of that three things basically. Obviously, it's not that easy done. No, the next one will be Bakuni. No, the next one will be.
You're not just throwing darts at boards.
No, because the team it's a work of marketing, game design, art design, sales. It's together. We need to. Okay, what's the best suitable next big thing for Infinity? Okay, that one. And as you can see with the Morats and what we want to do with upcoming releases is, okay, can we make an action pack and then a full year of releases of that sectorial?
Oh, okay, yeah.
We can accomplish that. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, you can not just release the action pack. You will also have a
in
continuing...
the past we made that way, and it is obviously not the way of doing things. For example, selling Kallstrom, and now you are receiving the Karu. Okay, it's not simply because we don't want to reshield the car, to sell the car. No, it's not that. But time. We can do it better. Mm-hmm. We can do it better and in a short time, because if you are into a new army, it's obvious that you want all the things in the closer time possible. So that's our goal.
And we're seeing with Morats, we're seeing the Suryats now, and we're seeing Kornak now, and that's what Morats were released to Adepticon this year, right? Weren't they? It must have been,
more or less. Morats will have 1 year of releases.
1 year of releases, and that's going to be a continuing cycle. I guess.
For example, for Hack Islam and Aleph, we have 1 year to cover all the Code 1 profiles, and then Hack Islam and Aleph will continue a few months more after. With box of Myrmidons, box of Mujibs, or whatever it fits to complete all the roster in the less time possible.
Yeah. Perfect.
And that's our the way we want to do the things now, because we think that it's the best way to deliver.
And so, what's next?
I know what's next.
You know what's next.
I know, but it's not the time yet.
No, okay.
But I think that people will be amazed, because I see the designs and they look so cool.
Well, because one of the things that was said at the Gen Con seminar from Bostria, and it was maybe being misinterpreted slightly, is that he said it would not be an out-of-production army.
No.
So it will be an
in-production army.
It's a current in-production army, yes. So it won't be... what's that?
Will not be Caledonia, no? Will not be Kapukalki, no?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. But this one that...
Won't be Toha.
No. But this one that needs a new treatment.
Okay, all right.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, I might skip down to a question here. You just mentioned Code 1 before. Now that we have all the major factions for Code 1, sorry, JSA and Toha, what is next to the system and subsequent 2-player starter sets?
As you can see, we now have all the roster for Code 1, because at least at this point we don't have the intention of putting Toha or putting any two armies, because I personally don't feel that they fit into Code 1, into the essence of Code 1, because Toha, they have
symbiote
or almost sectorial rules.
Yes, yeah.
Being a vanilla army, so they not fit into what is the intended thing for Code 1. So the next 2-player set, we are studying it right now. Okay. We are studying it. What is the best way right now to go ahead with a new 2-player starter set?
Yeah.
So no comments in
on that
in this matter, because we have just released. We have plans for next year, obviously, for Infinity, and super cool plans. Let me say, super cool plans. But then the next box needs to be a perfect box. Needs to be super well done, because maybe it's not a Code 1 box. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe yes, and we redo a Code 1 box with 2 other factions instead of being the same that we previously released. I don't know. We need to study that situation and think what is the best suitable product.
Yeah. How has your the experience of Code 1 been for Corvus Belli? Has it helped your sales with in the store? Has it helped get new players into the game? Has it been a success?
We have 2 lectures with Code 1 in the terms of presenting the product and being present in the stores and being easy for the retailers to have the line. It was a super success. That is a fact.
Okay.
Because the stores are pretty happy with, you have a starter pack, a box, close the line. That's, for the stores, is the best, because the stores, as you can imagine, our range of miniatures is pretty big.
Absolutely,
it's pretty big. So for a small store, have all the range of miniatures of Infinity is almost a nightmare.
It's hard, yeah.
So presenting them a way to, that is the line of products to introduce a player. And then if you want to expand to N4, you can do it. For that point of view, it was perfect. For the point of view of the players, pandemic hit us very hard in that matter, because we had a lot of plans to demo the game, to spread the word, to make demonstrations in fairs. And
Didn't happen,
if you remember, just
Try not to.
2 weeks before to launch the Calstrom box and the Code 1 rule set, bam,
Yeah.
the pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah.
And that was demolishing for us. Demolishing. I'm like Bostria. I say demolishing. So, in terms of Code 1, we are happy. We are happy, and we think that that Code 1 it was a good streamlined version of the N4 rules. We think it is a good introduction set for the people, but we would love to make things different if we knew that a pandemic was coming us.
Okay.
So I can throw the question to you. What do you think about Code 1 in terms of introducing new players?
Well,
it is suitable for introducing new players. N4 is so easy right now to get players to the game.
I think the issue for me and what we've found on other new players getting into the game is I have demoed Code 1 and I have enjoyed demoing Code 1, and people who play Code 1 pick up the rules, the basic mechanics of the game pretty quickly, and they can see, yes, this Fusilier is 1 point, and then we play a 10-point game or a 15-point game. That is simple. Where we have encountered problems is when a player picks up the new Morat starter pack.
Yeah.
And then they go, hey, I want to learn how to play Infinity. And we're like, well, we can't teach you Code 1 because there's no Morats in Code 1 for Combined Army. And then that creates a situation where you're like, well, we're going to have to demo you N4. Or unless you want to proxy the Morats and Shasvasti, and then that kind of takes them out of the immersion. And then we've got different people learning the game in different ways. So whereas before you would demo the game N4 or N3, and people would have different ways of demoing the game, different 3 troopers or 5 troopers, or we won't do hacking or whatever it was. At least it was the same rule set. Now we have this some people learning the game with Combined Army, and then someone else having to learn it with the Military Orders pack or the Morats pack because they're in the same store.
Yeah,
and
not the same brand.
Not the same brand, but still Infinity.
I get it.
They might see the new Morat stuff and go, that looks so cool. And we can't tell them not to buy it.
But think that the way Code 1 is built is thinking about both the rules and the selling point. So we cannot make, Combined Army in Code 1 and put all the roster of profiles of N4 into Code 1. So the way of thinking of reducing the profiles and the cost points and the loadouts options and the rules will not fit. So the team needed to
you needed to slim it down.
We need to make a selling line closed and fit the profiles that will be perfect for Code 1.
Yeah,
that's the point. I get your point about the models look so cool or military orders look so cool, and I cannot learn with the booklet of operation or the.
That's right.
I understand that frustration, let's say.
So I think what's happened is people are just now demoing. They're just skipping Code 1 entirely, and they are using Code 1 as an on ramp to buying products. Like you need the support pack, you need the remotes pack, you need the Fusiliers. Yes. That's great, but when it comes to learning the rules, I think a lot of people are just going straight to N4 and just stripping it back however they feel with the individual player. Like if the player has never played a war game before, then very, very basic. If the player has played come from 40k or from War Machine, then maybe we will, the veterans will know kind of roughly how to introduce them. And then sometimes Code 1 can just feel like, I'm not going to bother. So that's the
that's what I say, that we are happy with Code 1. We are happy, obviously, and it was a success, but maybe we will do things differently if we release Code 1 in the future.
Okay, maybe expand it, maybe change it.
That's it.
To other profiles.
Making it even more accessible for every player that wants to play everything from the range.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw that Toha were the top 5 most popular armies in the thing at Gen Con, but Toha aren't available in Code 1, so Toha, still waiting. Poor Toha. Speaking about promoting game and getting new players into it, I finally became a Warcor this year. I think I applied for it in 2020. So it's been 2 years, which is a long time to wait for a Warcor. I mean, to be fair, we had the pandemic, so that has change stuff. But what I've noticed is that since I've become a Warcor, I don't really feel like I needed to be one. When I first got into the game, Warcor seemed to be quite important. They had a lot of the in-depth knowledge and the behind the scenes for the game, and they were the ones that you look to organizing events. But more recently, I think people have just become a Warcor because it makes them a bit more visible to people who don't know where to look. Yeah. But so I guess my question is, how important has the Warcor program been in growing the game, and has its importance and influence decreased with the rise of social media such as Discord, podcasts, YouTubers being more of the sort of voice for the game for players?
Yeah, think that, for example, when we make the Warcor program, it was because we need to have visibility. Because it was, I guess, just before the launch of Operation Ice Storm.
Yeah,
when we create the program.
Right. Okay.
So before Operation Ice Storm, we were not visible at all like other games. So we think about, okay, let's make this Warcor program, and we put a lot of effort to create that community. So in that moment, it was not easy for the players to find someone, also a podcast, a YouTube channel, a blog, someone that plays Infinity no matter what. So in that moment, it was very important for us to grow. Very, 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 very important. You cannot imagine how important it was. In the years to come, you say YouTube channels, podcasts,
social media,
grow it a lot.
Yeah.
People in Instagram, painters, whatever. There's a lot of people. So the pandemic also caught us in the middle of changing the program, thinking about Code One and the line of Code One in the years to come. And obviously, we are so few people. You have seen we are a small team, and there was a lot of work, that it makes it difficult for us to manage this. You're saying that I don't feel. It was the word you said. You see the
influence.
Influence nowadays. Yes or no? Because in the end, the Warcor is only a label, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
It's not, but it is. I mean, everyone can be a Warcor.
You're not afforded anything special.
No. We don't want to. Not only the super pro players. No. Maybe they don't need to be a super pro player, but maybe we want someone that engages the community, or it's a good painter, or makes cool videos, that kind of stuff. People that is in love with our game, is in love with engaging with the people and creating community. The pandemic, as I said, it was a nightmare for us, and we need to stop. So let's stop, because also we cannot ask for workers to, hey guys, do demos, please. No, they cannot do demos. We talk it a lot with the workers, and they say, no, we cannot make demos. We cannot get to a store because the store don't have the space. So, what's the future for the Warcor program? I see a good future, because we want to take advantage of Warcraw to make a redo of the program. To make a reboot.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Consider different things for the Warcors, for making the importance they deserve, because in the end, you are people that spread the love of the game. And you spread the love in the game making a podcast, but someone spread the love in the game with painting.
Yeah.
Another one making tournaments, but with their home rules. Or someone that makes a super tournament of 72 players. It's different kinds of workering. And with Warcraft, we need the same. We will need to have the help of the community and start again. And I think it's a good moment to, we need a new brand to grow up. We have the experience of the previous one. Let's work together. So all I can say is I have big plans for the workers, and I expect to implement as soon as possible.
For
people that is waiting, they are waiting to be approved or not. I'm starting approving again
applications.
So no worries, people. I understand that is a long way, but from the bottom of my heart, it's not intended to annoy the people. It's because it is not a simple process, because we receive the application, we need to check the area,
make sure you actually are playing the game.
Now the person read the application. It's not as simple, and also find time to do the tasks, because you have seen, okay, I'm the marketing, but I also do another thing.
Yeah, and I'm taking time out of your busy day today to get you to come on and
totally,
talk to me.
It's totally your fault, Kevin.
Marketing the game.
More things.
Okay, I don't know how much time we've got left.
We have 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So on the, I guess going back to a question about the selling point for Infinity for me back in HSN3, I think is when I joined it, which is 2017. So maybe 5 years I've been playing the game for. Was the sci-fi setting that came with the free rules and the army app, which was very different to where I'd been from before, which was Games Workshop or other games. So what goes? So I'm very keen to know, because obviously you have Games Workshop, big marketing budget, big videos, big promotion. They're in everywhere.
They are super big.
So what goes into marketing? I would like to call a niche in game. I guess everything's a niche in wargaming, but what goes into marketing a game like Infinity, and what has been your favorite moments of seeing Infinity grow and change over the years, and what lessons have you learned?
What goes into marketing in each game? As you can see, we are a family. That's the first. The second thing is all of the creators are players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Being a player, the CEO of the company is a player. It's a super wargamer player.
Yeah.
So they play war games since forever.
Yeah. You have to be nerds, right?
So that's the most important thing for Infinity to market. The thing that we are players. Even for board games, for RPGs, for whatever, but we are gamers, and we always want to be so close with the community, always. And if you ask to any one of the owners of the company, they love to be in contact with the community always. And for example, I don't will call any company. For example, you go to a fair and the company whatever, and you go to you can go to the CEO to talk with it. I guess not. It's not the usual way to talk with a company. You always talk with a worker, with a relations manager, or
you're never talking with the guy at the top. Yeah.
No, but.
Corvus Belli,
people in Gen Con can confirm that. You go to the booth and you can talk with Fernando, that is the CEO, and you can talk with him about everything, and even play a game of Aristeia that he loves Aristeia. So the most important thing for us is being super close to the player community, to the player, to our customer, because it's the only way to
stand out.
In this super market that this is super tough, because we have a super giant over there, and the rest are companies that are fighting to be in the rear of that super company.
That's well answered. It's actually very true. Yeah.
Favorite moment. The favorite moment for me, and it was super cool because it was few years after I joined the company. It was the launch of Operation Ice Storm.
Okay.
You cannot imagine how changed the company. It was. In previous interviews with Bostia, he always said that the Operation Ice Storm launch, it was a critical point of the history of the company, and I can confirm that it was super amazing, because suddenly I was working in packaging in that moment. Imagine, I have relaxed days working, packaging, so few boxes and blisters, and suddenly launch of Operation Ice Storm and M3 a few months later, and it was, we need to hire more people. we cannot reach the minimums every day. Oh, that's so stressful. But it was an amazing moment because suddenly a lot of people starts to contact us to talk about Infinity, to be interested in Infinity, a lot of stores, distributors. That was super cool. And another super cool moment is interplanetary tournaments, because it is the final how to say that, this the most satisfactory thing that we have as a company, to receive a lot of players that love your game and wants to travel from Australia, from USA, from Hawaii. We had a guy from Hawaii that comes into the Interplanetario, from every point of Spain, Europe. That's super cool to have people from all over the world to come to your home and say, hey, I love your game. That's the best thing we can receive, the love for the players. And what we have learned from a marketing perspective, to give the player what they want is the most important thing, because in the end, if we give the players what they want, they will continue loving us. So I think obviously we cannot give everything the player wants every time. No, I want that profile, I want that trick, I want that rule, No, we can hear.
I think
all the complaints. People think, no, Course really doesn't listen. Yes, we read, we listen, we take notes, we read the feedback, and the team decides if it's suitable or not. But we listen because it's super important, because if we don't listen, if we close our eyes and our ears, we are facing death. Basically.
I mean, you clearly are listening, because we've had the Chernobog has been released, a long-awaited Ariadne tag. The Karhu has finally been released, and but when's the Mukhtar Red Fury coming out? when are we getting the Mukhtar Red Fury? Come on. There's been so many conversions. We need that. Yeah, it's that's really lovely to hear, that kind of family, that small listening people that you know that you're listening to. As a player, I really appreciate that from a company, one that you feel like you can just rock up to the warehouse, to their office, and be like, hey, can we have a chat? And then you're like, yeah, sure. It's great.
We don't say no to anyone who want to be here and visit us. No, because you are giving love to us, so we need to pay you in the same money. And we appreciate it.
I appreciate you taking the time out. We have time for one more question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
It's on. So someone asked a question about. Oh, actually, I forgot who it was. Asked a question about Sealcast.
Yeah.
So it's been a huge step for CB. Metal. Moving to plastic, big step, but it was initially met with mixed reviews from players. However, recent models such as the Marut, Sargosh, and the Zeta have calmed many concerns. With players becoming more comfortable with Siacast, when will we start seeing more S2 models coming out in Siacast?
For Infinity, not.
No, okay.
No, in a way of all the range of imagine you change all the Silhouette 2 miniatures in Siacast. No, that will not happen.
Yeah.
No, that will not happen because as you can see, you have
visit
the facilities, and we have a lot of machinery only for metal. We cannot get rid of that and put only plastic, because all of our production process is made for the metal, and we love to work with the metal. It is super cheap. No, the other way. Expensive. Sorry, it's super expensive right now. The metal, yes, it is. It is a problem for us.
It would be more expensive to move fully to site.
Totally. It will be a nightmare for us to change everything to plastic. But we will see more S2 models coming in thermoplastic. Yes, for Warcraft. That is our plan, the war game, to work with a material, and you can see that we are improving from the first one, that it was the Bostock.
Yeah.
It had so few problems in casting and the way it is done, and now you are telling the Marut, Sargos, Zeta are pretty improvements.
Leaps and bounds better.
And we have still a few months more to still improving with the material to release Warcraft with S2 miniatures. Super cool looking. That's the Warcraft. But for Infinity, I will not say no, never an S2. Maybe like the Sargos. Sargos is a special one inside a super pack that contains maybe that way could be possible. But a regular release in thermoplastic Silhouette 2, that will not happen.
Okay. And then tacking on to that a little bit, we have a question from our, I don't think I gave it to your notes, but from one of our Patreons, Turbo Chainsaw Balls Pony Rider. Great name, don't know what his real name is. What are your thoughts on 3D printing? And do CB embrace that the community, with the uptake of 3D printing? What's CB's growing, embracing this technology?
We have a 3D printer in house to make them the masterpieces. That's
but from I guess players maybe using their own 3D printers to maybe create like conversions or new guns or.
I don't know what to replicate that.
Sure.
I'm not that into to give a proper reply to that question. But I understand what he's asking.
I mean, you're fairly. Corvus have always been.
We are always super friendly.
Yes, you've always been very, very relaxed with proxy rules and people converting people. Especially while we wait for other sculpts to come out, people will 3D print their own missile launchers or HMGs or arms or heads. So I guess
it's something that is problematic or not. I think. Okay, if you respect my work, there is no problem. If you are stepping into my work.
And we see that mostly with bigger companies maybe who are charging more for their products and people want to get it cheaper. At the moment, like you say, if people love what Corvus Belli is doing, then why would they want to go and buy a resculpt? They would rather buy it from you,
from the company,
and then if they need to, they can always add their own little touch to it. I had only one more question. Actually, and you may not be able to answer this, but it's because it's ITS related. What information do you have? Can you give us, about, if anything, about ITS 13, like how it went, and also anything about ITS 14 that's coming up in October?
We can put hello here to replicate that. Hello, please come here. We have ready the rules for the next season. Now they are proofreading them to have it ready. There will be bike recon profile for the motorized hunter, bounty hunter. I guess will be removed, but we will give the players different things instead of new rules for the season. The usual stuff for ITS seasons, basically.
I guess because of what I'm getting at as well as ITS 13 was the first sort of ITS season back after COVID, or was it? Yes, it was, I think. And I guess
more or less
has the results in on games being up or down or
in the last 12 months the games are growing up.
Yeah, and I guess obviously you would see it maybe from Warcor perspective, people ordering more ITS packs and
totally.
running more OT.
Season 13 was a success in terms of people is coming back to the game.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's super important for us because we are facing now season 14, season 15, season 16 with renovate energies, thinking, okay, people want to play again.
Yeah.
People have the passion still to, okay, pandemic is over, let's go to the tables again. So.
That's great. I think that's everything. Is there any anything else you'd like to say or questions you have for me or anything else you'd like me to ask you?
I feel super comfortable with the interview because
you said you were nervous, but I think
at first I was so nervous. I hope that my English is pretty understandable.
It's better than my Spanish, so it's fine. Absolutely, no problem.
I'm pretty sure a lot of other podcasts will love to interview me because they asked it for me years before, and I was saying no, I don't feel comfortable. But so now I think I say yes to you because I think, okay, let's go. Why not? Let's face it.
I very much appreciate your time, Koni. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this short interview for me, or for our podcast, and for giving me a tour around the facilities. It was an absolute pleasure.
You are very welcome.
So with that, folks, you've been listening to Loss of Lieutenant. My name's Kevin. And then that's where you say your name.
My name is Carlos. Carlos, one of the Carlos of Corvus Belli.
One of the many Carlos of Corvus Belli. Good night.
Bye.
All right. Bye.